Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the country or in the world. Could be Sunday for you. Could be Saturday night. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're tuning in today, and we appreciate you. So what I wanted to just first say is that well, we're just still getting it together. People are still gathering. There's like
Good.
yeah, it's just happening slow. Hi Lisa, hi Danielle.
Hi, everyone.
Hi Lisa McBee. We're doing good.
Lisa, I'm doing good.
Danielle.
It's cold in Florida.
It's cold in Florida.
It's so cold. Yeah, it was like 34 last. No, we had a frost, so it was what? Yeah, 34.
Hi Michelle.
Very cold.
Hi
for us.
hi Halil.
Michelle.
And hi Danielle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Hey Regina, good to see you. Glad everyone's tuning in today. We got a lot going on today, and if you're around tonight, I want to suggest if you look in the comments there, you'll see a link to our community event. Mama Cole will be part of it. It's a it's a Zoom event. It will be private. It is not live. So it will be in a private Zoom meeting because it's a very sacred it's a very sacred event, right? So that means, like, what do I mean by sacred? Well, I always say that, because I teach spirituality to kids, and kids don't always know what sacred really means. And so when I try to define sacred, I find that the best way to define sacred is that some things are valuable beyond the dollar amount, right?
Yeah.
So, generally, like, some things you can't even put a dollar amount on. You can't even say, like, you can't say my child is worth, right? Okay, that's because your child is sacred, right? And then there are also sometimes times in our life and events and things like that so I mean, so that, like, that's sacred. Okay, so if you're wondering what do I mean by sacred, that's what I mean by sacred. Is it religious? Well, it's not Christian. Does it pull from some traditional things? Yes, but it's not Christian. I will tell you, it does not have a Christian so okay,
Spiritual.
so yeah, it's spiritual, I would call it. So it's just, yeah, it's and we've taken from some old traditions in Europe that some people call paganism or witchcraft or Wicca, but it's really just a connection to the earth. So we honor earth, air, fire, and water, and spirit. And so, I find that if you're having like a crisis of faith, if you're having you just need something different. Maybe you need something that's a little bit more unique. And this is a good way to to like plug in with a community that wants to create a sacred space. We want to sacred also means safe in my world. That means everyone is included. So if you are Christian, but you're not a judgmental Christian, you're welcome to come. Okay. If you don't have any religion, that's fine too. If you're not even sure you're spiritual, that's fine too. We'll probably do a bunch of different things. What's that, Cheryl?
So just come join a beautiful evening. Like it's just an evening to connect with the earth, the elements, gods, goddesses, your guides. I'm going to be doing like a crystal meditation. Like it's just a different way. And even if you are a Christian, it doesn't matter. It's just a different way to explore your spiritual connection with the divine, whatever you believe the divine is. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I feel. All the rituals and stuff, it's what you bring to the plate. It's how you interpret it and how you experience it. But as long as you're open with your heart and stuff, it's a beautiful. I always have a wonderful time. And I don't always, I know that my ancestors celebrated all of these because I have Celtic ancestry, like I know that they celebrated. I don't understand because I was raised Christian. So a lot of them I don't understand, but I love tuning in, and it has helped my spirituality and my growth so much just with the seasons, because we have to realize for centuries our ancestors gathered they ran life by the sun and the moon and the cycles. That's how they knew how to plant their plants, and that's how they, even as far as grieving and stuff, like there were lots of times they couldn't put the dead in the ground. They had to wait. Till spring, till the grounds thawed and stuff, and then they could finish their mourning process. So it's just like you said, as long as you're open, they're absolutely beautiful. Like I'm really excited for tonight.
Yeah, to be like music and meditations and wisdom. We'll be praying for peace as well for the world.
Yes.
I'm actually working on a peace prayer type of thing right now. Bright Hawk and I have been running these sort of online circles. We used to call it Unite. And we been running it since 2020. And so anybody is welcome. There's people
2 years.
from all over the world that happen. Yeah, people from all over the world can join us. And it tends to be spiritual, and it tends to be uplifting. It tends to try to feed the soul. And sometimes we do little readings as well. I'll usually do like a little bit of a card reading for everybody. So, so it's more about building community.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a community,
we're here.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's in the comments. I put a link to the event, so you should register for it. But it will start this evening. I think at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep.
5 p.m. Pacific Time. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure we announce that, and wondering if it's a little bit early on a Saturday, Mama Cole. Seriously. A little bit early for people, maybe. Maybe in the spring, because it's spring. We don't. So it's a small crowd today.
Fun. There it goes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's okay.
So right now we have a little bit of a small crowd.
Okay. Well, I honestly, when I dropped in today, I got a couple messages, and from the question and answers post that I posted. And first off, like the first thing was, my mom passed away last year. Okay. And I've had some crazy stuff. We did not have, we were estranged, sort of. Like we talked, but only when she was super ill and almost dying was when she would call me. It was very trauma bonded, toxic. But over the last few months, she's really been kind of like guiding me and helping me from the other side. And it's been a wild, crazy experience. And I realized as I was processing grieving a woman who was never like the best for me, I also learned a lot about myself. Like over the last 3 months, I really realized the journey of grief is ours. It doesn't matter what anybody else's opinion is of it. I took some of my anger out on my mom when she passed. There was a lot of, she played a lot of mind games and stuff with me, even in her passing. But what ended up happening is I turned it all around and I started remembering me. And what I was really angry about, it wasn't who she was and what she did or anything. It was, I was grieving this little girl. This is Cheryl. This is me at 4 years old. This is me on my passport. This was my passport picture when we came to the United States from Japan, where I was born. I was grieving all the possibilities for that little girl. I don't remember that picture, but I remember coming to the U.S. I remember that was also when my daddy left. That was when the abuse started with my mother. And I was more grieving what she didn't get, what she deserved, the death of what could have been. And I was more angry at what she lost out, because I found this picture. Mom, it was in the stuff that she sent. I'd never seen this picture before in my life. And when I looked at it, I was like, there's a glow in my eye. Like there's a smile. Like I was so full of possibility. And they tried to squish that. And part of my grief was realizing nobody can take that little girl away from me. She's still here. I just have to tune into her. I have to tune in to how beautiful I am. Although the loss of my mom triggered feelings that I never as a healer thought that I even had. I thought I had addressed all of them. It's okay for you to feel those feelings when you're grieving. It's okay to address them, but it really wasn't, she did what she did, but yet how I processed it and grew from it was my choice. And I could have held on to the anger for years and years and years. But instead, I've embraced my growth. I've embraced my gift. At that age is when I started having my experiences, when I started seeing my great-grandparents come to me right after they died. And I would tell my mom, and she was supposed to be my confidant, but she always would turn it around on me. So I went from that 4-year-old stage back to, I do a lot of quantum healing. So I also went back. At 6 months old, I'm a survivor of shaken baby syndrome. I almost died and had near-death experience, and I also processed that in the last 3 months. And today we got lots of questions about children, and I want you to know from my personal experience, I've had near-death experiences throughout my entire life. But that very first one, I hadn't really processed till last year when I had my heart attack. And I realized the place where we go and the place where we come from is the same. As a baby, when I had my heart attack, when I crossed over, there's no pain. There's nothing but bright light. It's really warm. And I heard, both times I heard loved ones and felt loved ones all around me. So my biggest message is, if you have lost a loved one, a child, a mother, I want you to know the world that they are in, you are also. It's just different dimensions, different energies, different vibrations. Sometimes our grief is so heavy and it brings up so much trauma death brings up a lot of unresolved issues. So those vibrations, I'm so sorry. I have Starlink, and for some reason, I have to readjust my satellite. It keeps doing that. But I want you to know, for people who were toxic in life, who had unresolved trauma in past, their souls are actually very pure now. They no longer have those issues. Those are human emotions and vibrations. And when we're feeling those anger, grief, depression, anxiety, stuff like that, it does lower our vibration. So it does make it harder for us to feel them or sense them. So that's why at times you do need somebody to help you or to help guide you. But I guarantee they're always around. A lot of the comments in the past day or so that we did on that thread, hi Danielle, a lot of the comments were, now I did when they first passed, but now I don't. And sometimes it's no fault of yours. You're not doing anything wrong, nothing wrong at all. It's just that, one, either your life is just so busy that you just haven't taken the time to drop in and connect. And it seems the universe just gives us moments to breathe. It's like if you believe in any kind of communication with the divine, you can call it prayer, you can call it meditation, whatever you want. If you ask questions and you quickly, like, you're like, or even like working with crystals, it's just any kind of communication with the divine or with any element at all. If you just quickly ask a question and you just get up or you go about your day really fast and you're like, I didn't feel a thing. I am not getting any answers. I'm not seeing any signs. I'm not seeing any signs at all. Sometimes it's because you're just, the signs could actually be right in front of you. I've had my daughter-in-law say, I've been seeing cardinals everywhere. I have seen so many cardinals in the past week. I wonder, but I haven't seen any signs for my grandma. Like she's actually said that to me. I'm like, are you kidding me? Your grandma's everywhere. In all those cardinals, she's doing her best to show you. But sometimes we just are either just too busy or just, that's no way that could have been her. And just so you guys know, that definitely someone's grandma is definitely here. But just realize um, those feathers that you're finding, those coins that you see out of nowhere. I once traveled to a fair on a bumpy road and had a bright, shiny penny on my bumper when I arrived to the fairgrounds with all my kids. My stepdad had passed a month before and used to always go to the fair with us. I knew exactly who that was because he always believed in pennies from heaven. Of course, it was a penny. So things like that, just be open to them. And when you discover something like that, like say you find that little white feather, when you discover that, say, thank you. I knew that was you. And put it in your pocket. Treasure that because it is sacred. Like we said, hi, Kristen. How are you? So, and when I was talking about death and stuff, especially with children, please know, hi, Alyssa. Please know they are safe. All of our loved ones are safe. You've lost 6 people since 2019, and 2 of them were in the same week. Oh, Regina, I am so, so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hoping my loved ones come through. Regina, 6 people, that is so much. Lost my big brother and daughter's father. Angry and I'm grieving my future. I so understand that. I so understand. That is so common to be angry, especially Regina. You lose 6 people. You have to realize it's not them being stolen from you or taken from you, because I have lost very dear friends and I have been angry like that. Like, how? She was a young mother. Like, how is this possible? Or children. Anger is a very normal part of grief, but realize it's part of their eternal destiny. It's just part of eternity. You will see them again. You will feel them. It will your souls are united. Like, that you can't break that with death. And I want to go back. Let me see, Regina. Someone has a grandma here, definitely. So Regina's grandma. Regina. Yeah, I'm going to drop into Regina. You lost 6 people. 2 of them were in the same week. The same week, was that like your grandma and her son? Like, I get they were 2 different lines. The 2 people. Regina, your message is for you. Please stop being angry at God. Okay, God is absolutely, like, you're angry at the divine, and that is a normal thing because you feel that you've been robbed. Like, because how are you supposed to go forward without these beautiful people within your life? One also your mother, or your grandma was like your mom? Please know they're still around you, and they can help influence stuff. They're actually saying, this little woman, I can't see your picture, but this little woman looks really strong and mighty, and she's like stomping her foot, and she's like in I want to say a house coat, but I know it's not a house coat, but like her dress, like her house dress or whatever. It's not a house coat. But she's stomping her foot, and she's telling you she is mighty. How would she possibly leave your life? You are connected. She is mighty. She is strong now. It's all part of her eternal process. Okay. She's actually mightier and stronger now than she ever was in life. Like, she can help you so much more now, she says. She could actually move mountains for you if you needed help or assistance. You are to lean in. I get that this woman that I'm referring to has taught you a lot of familial traditions. Yeah, definitely. I'm using my pendulum. This means yes. There we go. So she has taught you a lot of traditions, baking, cooking. She'd like you to cling to that, especially with the holidays coming up. She's saying there's Ostara, Easter, things like that. It's all about rebirth and growth. She wants you to release that anger and see the possibility of the future. Yes, your future is different. If you look at a post I just posted today, it is talking about that. I've been writing a lot about how our futures can be totally disrupted, and we still have to find a sense of normalcy. But it's hard when the landscape has changed. I live in Florida, and I live right where the hurricanes have had 2 direct hits. Our little towns are devastated. They're wiped out. They're still clearing debris. They're still clearing the canals, the waterways. And life looks very, very different. It's just like grief. I wrote a blog post about that today. Your grandma and your family want you to know that your life goes on. You're alive. You're living. It's okay to remember the dead and to mourn them, but they want you to begin living again. This coming year is about your growth, your rebirth, and your transformation, Regina. You will find the way. Okay. I get, Regina, I'm not sure. I get down the line some kind of immigrants or something within your family, how people started from nothing within your family, just a few lines down. Remember that. Anything is possible. You got this. I'm going to disconnect, Regina. I hope that helped you. I hope this beautiful soul, this beautiful woman, she's very around you. You're very watched over, very guided. Lean into your guides and your guardians when you're able to know that they're around. Okay. And I know it's only been a few years, honey. That grief, it does take time to process. Okay. So just be gentle with yourself, sweetie. Thank you so much. Okay. And any more questions? There were a couple people. There we go. We'd like to hear from your brother. Oh, you know, what's really funny was I saw your comment and you went, hi. And I was like, Solis, like I knew right away, but you didn't say anything. And I was like, she just say hi, or your brother's like, hey, what's up, sis? He's very country. No, what's really funny, he's actually like in I don't know what the appropriate term would be. A white tank top. We always call them something else, but he's in a white tank top, blue jeans, leather belt, does not have his boots on because you're not allowed to wear the boots in the house, he said. And his boots are by the door, very muddy. He's showing me this pair of old boots that are very muddy and dirty. Do you guys still have his boots like by the door or something? Oh, you've been thinking about me. I'm doing great. It's been a crazy ride for me. Talk about change and stuff. I totally get it. Your brother wants you to keep up the good fight. I'm not sure what he's meaning by that, but he says, your mom's still having a really hard time in his closet. But are they still dirty? Like they still have the mud? Like you guys have not cleaned them? Because he's showing me these old dirty boots. Like, no, why would we want to clean them? Was he wearing them? No, he wasn't wearing them. That's really funny. He just keeps showing me the boots. And he's showing me, did you guys have, is there a place that you and him used to walk, like in the woods, like on this path? Because he's showing me this path through the woods. This might like be a hunting trail or something. Is like four-wheelers maybe? Because I don't get that you're walking. I get it's like you're motorized. If you haven't done that in a while, like do you go out on four-wheelers? Are you guys country? Like, but I'm seeing, like, I'm actually like anything for his wife. I'm seeing these woods and I'm seeing these trails and it's fall. And like to get back out there, get back. I'm just seeing, and there's a girl in the back, and that might be his wife. There's a girl in the back, and they're laughing and giggling and having a great time. But I'm not sure if they're hunting or like four-wheeling, but I get almost hunting, but I don't know why they'd be. So, honey, what is this message? But tons of wood. Like I can smell the leaves. I can see the sun shining through. It's not all the, I'm saying this is like probably like October, November, because the leaves, there's still leaves on the trees, but there's also a bunch of leaves on the ground and you can smell it. And they're like in Carhartt, camo. And there's this girl on the back just holding on really tight to him. So I'm not sure if it's you or his wife. But he doesn't want your guys' worlds to completely stop. Okay, that's what he's showing me. The movement forward. Enjoy the beauty of Mother Nature. Get outside. Really connect. I get that he was a very earthly guy, not hunter. So maybe just exploring or something. Like he's really showing me these woods and just going through. Yeah, I wasn't sure because it's loud. But just having fun and embracing life. Like he embraced life to the fullest, and he really wants that for you guys. He's so sorry about how he left and how it has affected you guys. The sadness and the grief just, he goes, it is a lot. And he's so sorry. He's sorry that it's so heavy. He wants you to really enjoy the zest of life. He misses seeing you smile, like the silliness. Did he used to hold you down and tickle you, like to where you almost peed your pants? Or did you pee your pants? Because he's saying he used to tickle you just to hear that belly laugh. Like he misses the belly laugh. And I'm getting, perhaps the ride through the woods was more of a metaphor for his wife to hold on tight. It is a bumpy ride, but she's got it. It'll be okay as long as she clings to their love. There you go. It's going to be okay. Sometimes, as a medium, we're given images and we have to decipher what they're trying to show us or what they're trying to say. He's not really a guy of a bunch of words. He's just more showing me a lot of images. Like, so I get, he's not really saying, but yeah, for his wife, it's just hold on. That love is still there. Just the physical body isn't. But I get that she actually does feel him like hugging her, because that hug, her holding on tight to him, yeah, she can still hold on tight. He's still her rock and he still will help guide her. It's just way different now. That's okay. And for you, you got to remember the zest of life and those giggles. I bet you haven't belly laughed in a really long time. So try to find something. And when we're in grief, it is so hard to find something. We're like belly laugh. Yeah, right. But seriously, put on a comedy movie or do something from childhood you used to like to do. Color, blow bubbles, Play-Doh, anything like that. Just to help you raise your vibration a little bit. And in those giggles, like it's okay to giggle and grieve at the same time. It actually can help you grow and just help that vibration, even if it's just for a few moments. I hope that helped you, Carla. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And thank you to your brother. Thanks, sweetie. I think you did a really good job. Okay. Let me see. There we go. Would like to hear from my significant other. You're so welcome. Who was the significant other? Maria. You're welcome, honey. Maria Haydu. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, see, I can't see. What's really funny is I get like a little blurb and then it's about this big of your, like I can't see your profile picture or anything. So I'm just dropping in with your name, Maria. And I'm seeing an older gentleman. He has a black and white checkered flannel shirt, denim jeans, but they're not like old, they're like good denim. I'd say like Wranglers or something. Like they look nice. Like he looks really nice. Salt and pepper hair. See, and I can't see because I'm trying to figure out if this is him or if this is your dad. But anyway, you know right away who this is. And he's sitting with his hands like crossed, very serious. Definitely a smoker, a toker, a smoker, a joker, and a midnight toker. He's referring to that old song. I love it. I love it. I actually believe you have two gentlemen coming through. Yeah, it's your dad and your husband. And it's not your father, it's your grandpa, but it's an older gentleman. But not so much because he's like older. He's like, I'm 55. Like I get 55. Anyway. Oh, beautiful. Now I'm seeing not your dad. Okay, so it could be your grandpa, it could be an uncle, but it's an older man. But this could be your husband. Anyway, it's okay. The message is for you. I'm seeing a huge bouquet of red roses. And this is like a very, like he's coming forward with this a beautiful, like the expensive kind, not the ones that you get at the grocery store. And these are roses for every single time that he wants you to know how much he loves you. He's like, these are for every single time. I get he was not a man that could always give you the finer things in life. And right now he is really, he's another one. He's more into symbols right now than talking, but he's like a rose for your birthday, for your anniversary, for all the times that you think of him, for all the tears. He wants you to know the love is eternal. He's so, so thankful for you. Um, he's like, you loved him like no one else in this entire world. You saw him for who he was through his humanness, he says. He says he wasn't always a good man. There were times he was very hard to love, and yet you still loved him very unconditionally. And he's treating you now with such honor and tenderness and love. Like he wants you to know he may not have appreciated you the way that he really wanted to in life, and he will do everything he can now. He was 54. See, I got 55. That's really cool. Thank you so much, Maria. But he's saying he will do all he can now to show you his love and that it can transcend death. So look for roses. I have a feeling you're going to start seeing roses everywhere, smelling them. My great grandma's name is Rose. And when she first started coming around, like when I was starting doing this work about 20 years ago, I smelled roses all the time. So I want you to know that his love is very deep and very profound, but he's going to do it in a very sensual, different way. So it'll be like you seeing roses. He's going to romance you differently than he did in life. I get maybe he was a little bit gruff in life and he wasn't able to show you as much of that romantic, beautiful side, and he's going to now. That's pretty big, cool. I love that for you, Maria. So, like, really pay attention to like music. Pay attention when you see roses, smell roses. If you see the word rose, that's pretty cool. And just know he wants you to know you definitely were and are and always will be his queen. So I hope that helps you, Maria. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so, so sorry. I could not imagine. And I know it's something that we're all going to experience at one point. And I'm so very sorry for your loss. And he says, yeah, he feels like he was robbed. You guys were robbed. So he's going to do all he can to make it up to you. I hope that helps you, sweetheart. I'm going to burn a little sage. Okay. Lena, does my granny, Regina, have a message for all? Your granny's name is Regina. That's funny. Because I feel like she's trying to tell me something very important, but I can't get what she's saying. I've seen so many signs from her yesterday. What was yesterday, Lena? She goes, you don't. Oh, your granny's kind of a feisty one. Yeah, she's been trying big time. Was yesterday an important day? Are you forgetting something? I get like you're forgetting something. I don't know. What was yesterday? March 19th? No, March 21st. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3 backwards. What are you trying to tell her, Miss Regina? What's really funny was there was grandma energy here, and I was thinking it was tied to Regina, and I'm wondering if it was Grandma Regina. Sometimes the spirit, like they come in together and they kind of get jumbled. So, Miss Regina, what is it that you're trying to let Lena know? Oh, Lena. I had an Aunt Lena. She keeps saying yesterday was a very important day. So maybe yesterday for you, honestly, if you were getting a lot of signs and stuff, what were you doing yesterday? What did you do yesterday that was so different? Why were you receiving so many signs? Were you open? Were you listening more? Were you more centered? Were you more grounded? Um, I get that she's telling you to. Oh, this is funny. Now I don't know. Okay, sometimes spirits tend to be a little boisterous and say things, but she's like, wake the F up. She wants you to wake up, Lena. You seen yellow butterfly pictures in the hospital yesterday. She wants you to wake up. You were in the hospital yesterday. That's why. Do you work in the hospital, or were you there for somebody? Like, she's able to reach you in certain spaces, and in certain spaces you're open. You're more accessible, she says. And she wants you to wake up to that accessibility, your spirituality. You really should try to join us tonight. You're gifted. You're very gifted, Lena. And she wants you to see that you were visiting another loved one. And she was right there. She's watching over you. But she says in the hospital, for some reason, you're just a little bit more approachable. Her husband. That's why you were more approachable. That's why she was there, sweetheart. Of course she was. Yeah. Yeah. She wants you to be aware of her presence. She wants you to know, I think she's preparing you. Gramps has been ill. It's okay. She wants you to know without a shadow of a doubt where she is, and when he crosses where he's going, that they will be together, that love exists and life does go on. Okay? So, Lena, please lean into your gifts. Lean into those messages because they're going to help guide you through what's to come. Okay? What's inevitable for all of us. It could be, I don't feel it's like really soon, but I just want you to know she's helping to prepare you, guide you, and teach you even through life. And what's really funny is I lit sage right beforehand, and it has not gone out. Like, it has been burning the entire time. So that's definitely, she's wanting you to connect. That is where your strength lies, and that is what's going to help guide you through this next stage of your life. Unfortunately, our grandparents can't live forever. I so wish they could. My grandmother passed at 94, and she was the biggest blessing in my entire life. But she's around always. Your grandma definitely is around. Grandma Gina, thank you so much. And I want you to continue feeling these. You don't have to only have these experiences within a hospital or within such times, but she's definitely there with your grandpa. I lit sage last night and it burned forever. That's your grandma. No doubt, because mine's still burning. Can you see that? Like, seriously, it's still going. Like, a lot. See, and my cats are being silly. Kitty, stop. Yeah, it's still going. So please know that's your grandma. That is totally her. So just know that, and you're into burning sage and stuff, please try to join us tonight and let's help you. Let's see what messages your grandma is obviously trying to help you continue, help you on this enlightened path. I'm really curious to see what happens from this. So keep following your heart, keep listening to her messages, but realize it doesn't only have to be in the hospital, and she's not going to let my sage go out. Like, I'll just set it down here so you guys can see that it's still just going. That's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't really burn sage a whole lot now because I'm in a little small area, but we must have all needed it. So thank you, Grandma Regina. You're so welcome, Lena. I hope that really helped you. And I don't think that message was just for you. A lot of us in grief do receive signs and symbols. And especially when loved ones are connected and one is super ill or needs help, they're there. I was present when my papa passed, and I've never had such a profound experience in my life. My papa was an extremely religious man, and so was his wife. And his wife passed before him, 5 years before him, from cancer. And they were like inseparable. They were the perfect little couple. They had, I think they met before he went off to war, and they were just a really sweet couple. Well, when he passed, she was in the room. There was no doubt. It was the most profound experience I have ever felt in my life. Like, I could feel the whole room fill with like his wife, his mom, his, like, all of his family filled the room. And it was the most profound, beautiful experience I've ever felt in my life. And in that year, in a 3-month period, I can relate to Miss Regina. I lost my papa, my stepdad. Who was the third one? And my grandma. It was my grandma. All in a 3-month period. It was the hardest thing I think I've ever had to go through, but also the most profound experience too. Like, I had no doubt that heaven was for real. The afterlife, heaven, whatever you want to call it, totally for real. And she's still smoking. And Lena, I don't know. She's gone. I've gone forward. So if you and your mom would like a reading, I would love to help you. Like, we could do a private reading, a more in depth, and give you an entire hour, and I can answer any questions and dive a little deeper. This is just a mini platform, so I can't really connect as deeply as I normally do. Oh, your daughter Genesis. I love her name, Stephanie. Wow. Genesis. Oh, what a free spirit. You named her correctly. Okay, she wants you to remember who you were when you had her. She doesn't want you to lose connection. Oh, look. Grandma's got like, I got a little. Oh, she's done. Okay, thank you, Grandma. Okay, Stephanie. Genesis. Genesis does not want you to remember the woman you were when you gave birth to her. She wants you to remember it was all about growth, possibilities. The world was your oyster. Her loss has been a very deep and profound experience for you, but she wants you to know the world still is your oyster. You still can do anything that you set your mind to. You're her mom, after all, she says. To her, you were always Superwoman. You may think that, like, with her death and her passing, you may think and question things that you did, choices that you made, and she wants you to stop. To her, you were always her Superwoman. Okay, you need to stop questioning, doubting, the absolute best that you possibly could, and she was so thankful to have you as a mom. So it's not everybody had. Not everybody had the experience of a loving mother like she did. And I can attest to that. I did not have that experience. So she wants you to know that in itself, that profoundness, She wants you to know you can never doubt yourself, because in your heart, you know that you did the very best that you possibly could. Wow. And she wants you to remember why you named her Genesis. She goes, it wasn't just for me, Mom. It was for you also. So you have to remember the meaning and the lessons that you incorporated for her with her name, because now they're even more profound because you guys have a soul connection. And just like others readings today, she sorry about that. I apologize for any lapses. I do have Starlink internet in rural Florida. I'm doing my. She wants you to know her name, Genesis. Like, it's the rise, the creation. I don't even really know what Genesis is. I'm just from her. She says it does have biblical, the beginning, and yeah, the beginning. But she's like, there is no beginning and there is no end, Mom. It's only growth from here on out. Like, it's eternal growth. It's an eternal cycle. So she hopes that helps. She loves you very much, and you're still her super mom. I hope that brought you some peace, sweetheart. Such beautiful messages coming through today. Let's see. Oh, Findle. Do you have any message for my husband? Oh, I wish I could pronounce your name. I'm not sure. Findili? 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 I can hear him saying it. Findili, I think. Very beautiful messages for you. He's showing me, which is really funny, because I just have your name, but I'm seeing very beautiful, vibrant flowers. Once again, which is really funny because I get this every once in a while. They show me like a celebration. I'm wondering if this is perhaps his funeral, because I don't know a lot about your culture, but he is showing me these beautiful, I want to say like maroon and yellow. It's almost like this color yellow, like you're my sunshine, but like a golden, like a really golden color, and a orangish red, and they're very large flowers, very I want to say strings of flowers, not like leis, like huge, like big flowers. A big celebration. He's very honored. He honors and respects you. Like he will spend the rest of eternity honoring you as his wife. Death will not separate you ever. Do you have like I don't know if you have like a shrine to him or like an altar to him with his picture and flowers around his picture, and you have candles and stuff. Appreciative. He's appreciative of how you have handled yourself. Among you have stayed honorable, loyal, and held grace and compassion. He thanks you for that. He's very humbled by how you have honored him. Extremely humbled. And I'm getting like, I don't know if it's a part of your beliefs, like if you are in a stage of mourning. Um, I think that's part of what he's honoring. Like he's thankful for you honoring him that way. Um, he's very appreciative and humbled by that. He wants you to have peace and comfort in knowing he's exactly. It's all. He's like, it all exists. It's all real. We didn't study for nothing. It's all real, honey. So stay strong and stay faithful, and you will be reunited again. Fidele. I get it's like Fidele or something, but he keeps just singing at the end. He's singing to you and he's honoring you, and he wants you to know your love has absolutely no end. You will be reunited. You never have to have a doubt. And he's so humbled by you honoring him. So thank you so much. I hope that helps you, sweetheart. And I'm so sorry for the loss of your husband, Paul. I'm so sorry, honey. Thank you. I hope that helped you. If you guys do get a reading for me today, if you could give me any kind of feedback, or it's always very helpful. And it also good. I hope it really helped you because it was absolutely beautiful. I love doing these mini readings because I love witnessing how love knows no bounds. It gives me hope. As I face my own unfortunate, my future. Like it's so beautiful to watch that our relationships, no matter who they're with, they don't end. As if our souls connect, that never ends. That quantum connection, those energetic connections never end. They never stop. So thank you so. Thanks, Donna. It's nice to have you here too, Donna.
Well, I thought that was really well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Mama Cole, for bringing in bringing through some messages that were really important for people to get. We appreciate you so much. And I think, even when a message is, aimed at a different person, if it resonates with you, I would take it seriously.
Yeah.
And, like a message is for everyone. Spirits.
I found out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do mini readings and stuff, just if you're listening and you don't get a reading, the message, you're there for a reason. There's no coincidence in the universe. There's a reason for the messages that are coming through.
Right. So, yep. So remember, everybody, that, that messages are meant for everybody. And I hope that you're able to find some peace in some of these messages, and that some of you are able to experience this in the best of your ability. And I wish that all of you have a wonderful day. We will be meeting later on today for a community gathering. This evening, we'll be getting together. I'll give you the link again. So Mama Cole will be part of it, and me and Bright Hawk will be making some music. Probably have a visit from some other musicians. We'll be praying, and we'll probably do some readings, but it will be private. It's not going to be a live, you guys. It's a private thing so that we can be in community, right? In community together. What does that mean? It means connecting together. It means, having sacred space that isn't shared with everyone. And so I just want to let you all know that that'll be happening. It's free. There's no exchange of finances. You just go to the event. And it's meant to be really beautiful. It's meant to be a celebration of spring and letting go of what no longer serves us and moving forward in that. And so, all right, my friends.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good night or day. Yeah, day. It's
It's a
two.
day.
Well, it's here. Yeah, day.
All right.
And I'll
Have a
see
good day. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.